on their own. So instead of people developing their mind and their gifts and talents, they're using their mind and their gifts and talents to develop themselves into the shadow government, business, entertainment, education, religion, politics. And then therefore we all get lost because you just use your talents for their shit. So spiritually you work for them in Babylon, in the esoteric world. And therefore you built their civilization in the spiritual world, so you have already gave your liberation away. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep tripping on the Cash App. I appreciate that. You have already gave your intellectual property away. You have already gave your liberation away. You have already gave your respiration away. So once you cling on into the third dimension where your body go, aka wanting a handout in some way, where you don't have nothing in exchange for your hands being out, you already a slave to their mental world. So once it get into the physical world, whatever you are complaining about, all they have to do is create a whole bunch of promises or a whole bunch of narratives that could lead to 2,000 years, to the point that you never experience respiration. You only experience going down and down, further and further, being the low hanging part of the fruit on the tree, because your mind is practicing needing. Your mind is practicing wanting. Your mind is lost in desires. Your mind is not lost in creating. Your mind is not lost in producing. So this what makes you a low-hanging fruit. See what I'm saying? You get it? That's what makes you a low-hanging fruit. When your mind is not on producing and creating. When your mind is on having your hands open and crying for things that have already been produced and created. You have to be in that producing and creation area. That's being in the area of God. That's how they look at it. They don't care about your race like that. When you're not floating around in that space of producing and creating, you're floating in the lower space. You're floating on a low-hanging fruit, and you're heavy. So you're depressed. You're entitled. You're victimized. You're needing. That's a spiritual space. You're not supposed to be in that space. When you're in that space as a spirit, you start to develop states of awarenesses that have your mind in certain areas. And where your mind, that's your spaceship you develop, and where your mind go, your body go in that direction. And you experience those outcomes. But you can be part of someone same race and don't experience the same outcomes, regardless if you guys both is in a jail cell. Due to the fact of the mind. Do you have a producing and a creating mind? Or do you have a slave ship or stressing and needing mind? And that's what separate you from being God's children or the devil's children. But here's the problem. When you have a shadow government that's trying to control that direction, this what makes them evil by default. Because who gave man, aka a spirit and a mind and a body, the same way you got one, the ability to create your moral system for you, due to the fact of people who came before you, character not being able to be expressed right? Who gave them the ability to actually feel like that they have to have the mental authority over the goddamn world? And that's what makes them kind of demonic, to think that they have to do that just because it was people that may have led things into chaos previously. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, teamwork makes the dream work. So you need to show them that you're not the damaged spirit. You're not the low-hanging fruit spirit. Thank you so much for the donation, Kenneth. Cash App, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You need to show them that you're not the low-hanging fruit. You need to show them that you're not your worst enemy amongst your same people. And when it comes to same people, it's about the thought. If you could get along with people, thank you so much for the donation. Oh, I ain't see the name. Cash App. If you could get together amongst all races and have a similar thought pattern, a train of thought and a line of reasoning, then you accomplish being God's children. That's the whole point of Soul Group. When you try to cry for liberation or respiration, okay, it shows you what you're lost in. You're not in a producing or a creator spirit. So whatever you get liberated on, it's only going to be for a selfish value. It's only going to be for one of these desires that's already explained in the Bible. This is how they're looking at it, because this is how they've been controlling the world. It's going to be for you to even be in that space. You didn't even liberate yourself, or you wouldn't have nothing to complain about. for you to, or you're being used to cater to someone who would never be in that position, or too lazy minded to be in that position. And when I say lazy, I don't mean lazy physically, lazy minded. Yeah, you could be a construction worker and be the person that's up every morning and work, but when you're lazy mentally, it means that's all you want to do. That's all you want to know how to be, a construction worker. You don't want to use the benefits of what you obtain from construction worker to get you into other things. So it might be a situation where you witness people get hurt on the job. You might use that money or something like that, get into something else, and might can see your way out of that before you get hurt on the job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you got some people like, nah, I don't see myself doing nothing else. Nah, I'm gonna sell this dope till I die. No, I'm gonna be this construction worker till I die. Nope, I'm just gonna be this hospital physician till I die. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm just gonna be this hairstylist till I die. I'm just gonna be this cosmetologist, male or female. And this is showing that you're sucking something dry for the stability, security, safety, support, security, stability, support, safety, and shelter that you have obtained because you was being a good sheep within their business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics. See what I'm saying? So for the most part, it's just us. It's like a dog eat dog world, and any form of liberation will be for a selfish circumstance, and that's how they see it. And they're doing things for the whole world, or they wouldn't run the whole world. So you need to be a spirit that's like that, and you need to show them. Not like they're anybody to prove to, you know what I'm saying? But you should be trying to show yourself. You should be trying to show yourself like, yeah, these things, these objects is not worth me killing somebody that look just like me. Yeah, this job or this job or this circumstance is not worth for me being stressed out every motherfucking day about something. Yeah, you need to transmute energy for real, like. You know what I'm saying? Like when you sit back and think about the reason you joined the game, when you sit back and think about the reason you do the things you do, when you sit back and think about the reason you got 10 jobs and shit like that, or why you stressed out every day. These are mental manuscripts that they have created. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these pressures put you into mental spaces that naturally in God didn't put you in. So you just by default manifesting all kind of shit in your life that you ain't trying to deal with, but you feel like you have to go through in order to gain stability here. And a lot of times it's all because you're not the spirit in the creator and the producing area. Once you are a spirit in the lacking sheep victimizing area, then for the most part you will take any crumb and make that crumb appear to be more than what it actually is. And then you'll be thinking it's a whole bread loaf and it ain't shit. We're really, in all actuality, that's the same with the liberation, where Donald Trump was just giving y'all some checks, and all y'all did was buy a whole bunch of Nikes and Jordans with it, and flat screen TVs, and up-to-date cell phones, and shit like that, and good Wi-Fi, and cable. But other than that, nothing got produced just by that. So that's how they're looking at the goddamn shit. And they be testing y'all, creating other shit around it. It would have been no such thing as a PP loan scam if everybody would have actually done something with the PP loans. Let me repeat. They would have never made up some type of scenario to take people to jail based on PP loan scam if y'all would have actually did something with y'all PP loans. The moment y'all opened y'all mouth on the internet, shit, yeah, I'm about to just rock them blind. I'm about to get this check and do this. Yeah, fuck the government. It's like y'all retarded low key. Y'all not slick. Y'all just tell them what y'all gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all hate the government and shit like that, and then get up here and cry for respiration or liberation to get up here and to talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, what the fuck? And then when they gave y'all this damn money, y'all got up here and told them what y'all about to do. Yeah, I'm about to take this and shit. I ain't paying that shit back, and I'm about to do that shit. Shit, they owe this to us and shit like this. So shit, they created that scam shit then. Saying, all right, well, all y'all going to jail. But if we would have sat there and did what the fuck we were supposed to do, all move in a city, or if y'all ain't want to do that, all start building businesses and circumstances and kind of rocking them to sleep, make them feel like it's something like we putting back into the country, but slowly producing our own products and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just rock them to sleep and be smart citizens and shit like that. Boom, we all good to go. We'll all have a Trump Tower in this motherfucker shit.